Coronation Street shifts focus in Theo Silverton's murder mystery tonight as we discover that Christina Boyd is lying about her movements on the night of his demise. So far, Christina has avoided much scrutiny in the case, despite being named as one of Corey's 6 official suspects. But that all changes in Wednesday's episode as DS Connor Swain is alerted to flaws in her story. With Kit Green away from Weatherfield at the moment, it's left to Lisa's colleague PC Brady to fill her in on the latest developments in the investigation. Brady explains, "It might be nothing, but the ANPR logs, automatic number plate recognition, for Christina Boyd's vehicle don't match her statement. She said she picked Todd Grimshaw up from Inkerman Street, but she was seen on a camera in Hyde at the same time." Before long, Christina is summoned down to the police station to explain herself. Although we don't see exactly what Christina tells the detectives, she soon updates her worried partner George Shuttleworth on how it went down. "It was nothing really," she reassures him. "My timings were a bit out on my first statement, that's all. I'd forgotten that I'd filled up with petrol that night before I picked up Todd. I hadn't mentioned it on my first statement, and then their cameras had picked up my car somewhere where I hadn't said that it was. Oversight. All sorted. But is Christina telling the whole truth? And what was she really up to that night?" Over the coming weeks, we'll see further flashback scenes exploring the movements of the various suspects who are in the frame, so there are bound to be more twists and turns before the big reveal. Coronation Street's producer Kate Brooks recently explained, "We reveal to the audience who it is during late June/early July. There's lots of people who you'll definitely think it could be. It's a massive story with so many different twists and different offshoots. You'll think you're watching one thing, and then it diverts into the cobbles of Weatherfield have seen betrayal, heartbreak, and murder before. But Theo's death has shaken Coronation Street to its core. As the investigation deepens, one question hangs over every resident like a storm cloud. Who is lying about their alibi? Theo had never been short of enemies. Charming on the surface, yet manipulative underneath, he carried secrets capable of destroying lives. On the night of his murder, nearly everyone in Weatherfield had a reason to want him gone. But as detectives begin piecing together the timeline, cracks appear in the stories told by those closest to him. Sarah insists she spent the evening alone at home, nursing a glass of wine and ignoring Theo's desperate calls. Yet CCTV footage places her car near the canal minutes before Theo's body was discovered. Her shaky explanation only raises more suspicion, especially when she refuses to explain why she deleted several messages from her phone. Meanwhile, Adam's version of events doesn't quite add up either. He claims he was working late at the office, but a witness saw him storming out of the bistro after a heated confrontation with Theo earlier that night. Adam's temper has always been dangerous when pushed too far, and Theo knew exactly how to push buttons. Could rage have finally consumed him? Then there's Daisy, whose nerves unravel further every time the police mention Theo's name. She says she was at the Rovers all evening, surrounded by customers and staff, but Jenny remembers Daisy disappearing for nearly an hour. When questioned, Daisy becomes defensive, accusing everyone else of hiding something. Her fear feels less like grief and more like panic. The most shocking twist comes when a forgotten voicemail surfaces. Theo had contacted someone shortly before his death, saying, "If you don't meet me tonight, I'll tell everyone the truth." The message instantly changes the investigation. Suddenly, the murder looks less random and more like a desperate attempt to silence him forever. As suspicion spreads through the street, old wounds reopen. Friends turn against each other. Couples begin doubting everything they thought they knew. Every conversation feels loaded with tension because in Weatherfield, secrets never stay buried for long. What makes this mystery so gripping is that every suspect has something to lose. Sarah fears the collapse of her family. Adam risks his career and reputation. Daisy could lose the fragile future she's fought so hard to build. Theo's death becomes more than a murder investigation. It becomes a mirror reflecting the lies people tell to protect themselves. But one lie stands above the rest. Detectives eventually uncover a crucial inconsistency in the timeline. Someone deliberately changed the timestamp on a security camera recording. It wasn't an accident. It was planned. Calculated. Whoever altered that footage knew exactly what they were doing and hoped to create a false alibi strong enough to fool the police. The revelation sends shockwaves across Coronation Street because it proves the killer didn't act in sudden anger alone. They prepared for the aftermath. As the truth edges closer, paranoia spreads. Residents start watching each other differently. Even innocent gestures begin looking suspicious. The killer walks among them, pretending to grieve while quietly praying their lie survives one more day. Yet Coronation Street has always thrived on one powerful idea. The truth eventually comes out. The final confrontation is set to be explosive. Betrayals will be exposed, loyalties destroyed, and lives changed forever. The biggest question isn't only who killed Theo. It's why so many people were willing to lie to protect themselves afterward. And when the real story finally emerges, Weatherfield may never recover from the damage left behind. Completely new story territory. It'll definitely keep people guessing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Coronation Street Scoop News Update.